Big Red.
So kiss a little longer, sing a little longer, laugh a little longer.
Hey there, welcome back. You remember the 70s drugstore run, right? You walked in for toothpaste, maybe a pack of gum, and left with an armload of perfume, shampoo, and something that promised bounce or tingle. Because back then, the drugstore wasn't just about health, it was about identity. Number 1. G, your hair smells terrific.
What would you name a shampoo and a conditioner that not only get a girl's hair clean and shiny?
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
Before dry shampoo and salon serums, there was G, your hair smells terrific. The shampoo that didn't bother hiding what it was selling. It was the floral bomb of the drugstore aisle, and the name alone was a full-on marketing strategy. You could spot it from 10 feet away. Purple bottle, bold white letters, and the promise that boys in math class would lean in a little closer. The scent was strong, sweet, and lingered like your mom's Aquanet cloud. It didn't matter if your hair was fried from sun-in or squashed under a softball helmet. This shampoo made it smell like you'd just frolicked through a field of springtime. Even the commercials were aggressive. A guy would sniff the air like a bloodhound and murmur, "Gee," and you knew what came next. Number 2. Revlon Flex Shampoo.
Hair blowers, curling irons, hot rollers, they can give you heat-dried hair, and heat-dried hair needs more than a regular shampoo.
Let's talk bounce. Flex was everywhere, and that iconic gold and brown bottle made you feel like you'd splurged on salon luxury, even if you bought it with quarters from your babysitting gig. Flex promised strength, shine, and flexibility, hence the name. Did it actually make your hair flexible? Nobody knows, but it sounded scientific, and that was half the battle in the 1970s. If it foamed like crazy and smelled good, we were sold. And don't pretend you didn't flip your hair dramatically just to test that shine. Flex commercials made sure we all tried. Number 3. 1006 Bonnie Bell.
We're looking good.
If your skin didn't tingle, did it even work? 1006 was the astringent that launched 1,000 skin routines, and maybe a few tears. Bonnie Bell convinced an entire generation that skincare should sting. You'd soak a cotton ball, swipe it across your face, and feel that signature burn. Somehow, we thought that meant clean. You didn't just use 1006, you committed to it. It was practically a dare in a bottle. Oh, you use Sea Breeze? That's cute. I use 1006. Number 4. Short and Sassy Shampoo.
Go ahead, blow dry your hair. You'll get some body. But Dorothy Hamill needs more than that to make her hair look and feel its best.
Before volumizing mousse and hot rollers took over your vanity, there was Short and Sassy, Clairol's bold little bottle for girls with cropped cuts and big personalities. This wasn't your mom's shampoo. It came in a funky bottle, smelled like citrus and spice, and had an attitude to match. It promised to perk up your hair and leave it bouncy, full, and full of sass, which, let's be honest, was the real goal. Whether you actually had a short haircut or just wanted to feel edgy, Short and Sassy was your secret weapon. And those ads? They made you want to chop your hair just to justify the purchase. Number 5. Heaven Scent.
Most of the time, I'm very, very good. But sometimes, well, let's just put it this way. It's a good thing you don't have to be an angel to wear Heaven Scent. Heaven Scent.
Helena Rubinstein knew what she was doing with Heaven Scent. This mid-priced perfume was everywhere. Drugstore shelves, magazine ads, and birthday gift sets with feather-trimmed bottles that looked like something stolen off a movie star's vanity. It was floral, powdery, and just a bit mysterious. Perfect for roller rinks, dances, and passing notes that said, "Do you like me? Check yes or no." Heaven Scent wasn't for moms, it was for you. And every spray made you feel a little older, a little cooler, and a whole lot more glamorous. Quick pit stop at the checkout counter. If you're enjoying this trip down the drugstore aisle, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps keep these memories coming, and I've got plenty more where this came from. And if you're on Facebook, join me there too. It's the perfect place to swap stories, share favorite products, and connect with other folks who still remember the smell of G, your hair smells terrific. All right, back to the aisle. Number 6, Yardley Pot O Gloss.
Shinier, lighter. New Potto Gloss from Yardley for your mouth. Smooths out lip lines. Makes light lip shine.
Let's be honest, this wasn't lip gloss. This was personality in a pot. Yardley's Pot O Gloss was shiny, gooey, and totally impractical. You had to stick your finger in the tin and dab it on, which meant you either shared germs with your entire friend group or looked incredibly high maintenance doing it in the school bathroom mirror. But the flavors? Pure teen heaven. Strawberry, bubblegum, maybe something vaguely tropical if you were feeling edgy. And that little pot rattled around in every purse, denim pocket, and trapper keeper. It was like a badge of honor. Yardley knew what they were doing, hooking girls on the experience of being glamorous, one sticky swipe at a time. Number 7, agree, Finesse and Short and Sassy shampoos. Now this is a three-way showdown. Agree was all about that clean, light scent, fresh and floral, like you just walked out of a meadow. Finesse came in that soft blue bottle and promised silky, manageable hair that practically styled itself. And then there was Short and Sassy, with a bold, spicy scent and a name that made you feel like you were getting away with something just by putting it in your cart. Each had its fans. You picked your camp and stayed loyal until the next bottle ran out and your mom bought whatever was on sale. But hey, at least your scalp stayed entertained. Number 8, Daydreams and Desert Flower perfumes.
Escape into daydreams. The fragrance of sunlit moments.
While Love's Baby Soft got all the attention, Daydreams and Desert Flower were the quiet powerhouses of the perfume shelf. Daydreams was soft, slightly sweet, and felt like you were wearing a cloud. Great for first dates, crushes, or any time you wanted to smell romantic without trying too hard. Desert Flower, on the other hand, came in that iconic coral bottle and had a powdery scent that somehow smelled like both youth and elegance. It was one of those perfumes you'd borrow from your older sister or wish you had. Both were affordable, girly, and found right next to the nail polish rack. You didn't need a credit card to feel fabulous. Number 9, LILT Home Perm. You smelled it before you saw it. LILT was the perm that promised soft curls and easy home application, which was basically code for, it's gonna smell like death and take 4 hours. Girls everywhere twisted their hair into sponge rollers, covered their heads in plastic wrap, and hoped for the best. The result? Curls that lasted through gym class, pool parties, and maybe even a downpour. Sure, sometimes you ended up with frizz that could block a doorway, but when it worked, it worked. LILT turned bathrooms into beauty salons and little sisters into reluctant assistants. It was a rite of passage with a side of chemical warfare. Number 10, Big Red, Double Mint, and Juicy Fruit.
No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red.
So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, hold tight a little longer.
Finally, we've got the real MVPs of the checkout aisle. You weren't officially done shopping until you grabbed a pack of gum. And back then, we didn't have 87 flavors and sugar-free options. We had Big Red, spicy and bold, Double Mint, classic and minty, and Juicy Fruit, that sweet burst that lasted 5 whole seconds. These gums weren't just candy, they were accessories. You chewed them during class, offered pieces to your crush, and snapped them dramatically when you wanted attention. Bonus points if you folded the wrappers into long paper chains or wove them into bracelets. That wasn't just gum, that was crafting. So there you have it, 10 drugstore classics that lived in bathroom cabinets, book bags, and back pockets across America in the 1970s. Now it's your turn. Which of these lived in your drawer, your purse, or your locker? Leave a comment below, and if this brought back memories, go ahead and give it a like. And hey, hit that subscribe button so we can keep digging through the dusty aisles of our favorite decade. I'll keep the memories coming if you keep showing up. Until next time, don't forget to rinse, repeat, and reapply.